What's up guys, it's Scott here. Welcome to the Fiesta movement for May. Ford picked me to be an agent to drive around one of their brand new 2014 Ford Fiestas for the rest of the year. Get to go on various missions around the US. This month's mission is Culinary Clichés, where I will determine who has the best local foods. That is, the best hot dogs in Chicago, the best pizza in New York, and the best Philly cheesesteaks. But because I'm an overachiever, we're going to be stopping at many different delicious places along the way. So, I hope you're not hungry because this video is about to drive you crazy. For this mission, I brought along my dogs, Kaya and KJ, and my roommate, Brian. On our way to Chicago, we stopped at the Winking Lizard in Cleveland, Ohio for lunch. This place had a really cool vibe with a sports bar and even a bowling alley downstairs. The portions were big and the food was very good. After a 9-hour drive from Buffalo, we finally arrived in Chicago. Our first stop was at Superdawg Drive-In. It's a must-see for its rooftop mascots and the old-school layout. It's got a very cool vibe. You can order right from your car or you can go inside. I talked to the third-generation owners and they said they started the hot dog stand in May of 1948. And you're not ordering a hot dog, you're ordering a Superdawg. And they don't serve it with ketchup because the locals say that it actually throws off the flavor of the hot dog, which I never knew. I love ketchup, so I snuck some on.
Best dogs in the city, by far.
Overall, I think this place is very cool. I can see why they've earned rave reviews on lots of TV shows and magazines, and I highly recommend going there. Another great stop for hot dogs is Portillo's Hot Dogs. They have several locations. They started out as a hot dog stand in 1963 in a small trailer, and now they're operating 48 units. I met up with Matt, who's a viewer of mine, and we enjoyed a nice lunch inside where you can see a lot of decor hanging up. There's a lot of character inside of this place. If you're in Chicago, I recommend both Superdawgs and Portillo's. I don't really want to pick one over the other. I think they were both fantastic. Our next stop was at Skyline Chili in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I met up with my cousin Matt.
Anytime anybody ever comes down to Cincinnati to visit, Skyline's one of the first places I love to bring them just to try out the chili.
This place started in 1949 and they get their name from their first restaurant, which overlooked the skyline of Cincinnati. This is their oldest active location and they have signature dishes with chili on everything. We're talking french fries, hot dogs, and even spaghetti. This is the notorious cheese coney. Maybe that's what Chicago's missing. They need to get some extra cheese on there. That way I won't need my ketchup. Ketchup does make everything taste better. Our next stop was at Thurman Cafe in Columbus, Ohio, where I talked to the owner's son.
I'm fourth generation, so my great-grandpa started this place in 1942.
And he explained that they are famous for their burgers. They have what's called the Thurminator. It's 2 12-ounce patties on 1 bun. And I also met up with YouTubers Amy Schmittauer and Sara Parker.
Officer at the border control told me about this place.
Sara is a fellow Fiesta agent, and Amy is a Columbus native.
Why are you living in Columbus? Because I love it.
So Amy can't get her eyes off of this car. She's just obsessed with it. I don't know what's going on over here. She's like touching it and groping it. And then behind me over here, we've got Sara in the driver's seat thinking that she owns this thing now. Look at her, she's humping the steering wheel. Guys, the Ford Fiesta is a chick magnet.
After Columbus, we went to New York's capital, Albany, where I met up with my cousin Lori and her family, and we took some goofy shots for you guys. Our next feast was at Summer Shack in Boston, Massachusetts, where I met up with fellow YouTubers Cassidy, Quinn, Jonathan Paula, who's a Fiesta agent as well, and Kels Ferguson, all 3 of which went to college in Boston. I don't even like clams, but this clam chowder was amazing.
You like it?
Clammy.
And as you can see, the lobster not only looked delicious, but it tasted amazing. And I couldn't help but notice that they serve food on Fiesta plates.
I just never know how to, like, I can't do this gracefully.
Safe distance.
Okay, there's no way to gracefully do this, just make a mess.
There you go.
Some butter. Lobster. It's so good.
That's what she said.
If you love seafood, you also have to make a stop at Union Oyster House, which started in 1826 and is the oldest restaurant in continuous service in America. The owner gave me a tour of all 3 levels of this estate and explained a little bit of the history. The food is traditional New England fare, including seafood such as oysters, clams, and lobster, and a variety of other foods. The toothpick was said to have been popularized in America starting at the Oyster House. After a night in Boston, we stopped in Providence at Olneyville, New York system for Rhode Island's best hot wieners.
It's delicious. It has its own spices. It's not like a hot dog. It has no ends on it. Put mustard, our famous sauce, onions, and celery salt. And you have to get a cup of coffee milk.
Now this is coffee syrup with milk. It's exactly what I expected. Very, very good. We had lunch with fellow YouTuber Jay, who runs the channel The Scary Snowman and Prank Brothers.
Yeah. It's
good.
Rhode Island's best wiener. Right here.
I'm Greg Stevens, 4th generation owner of Ponyville, New York system in Providence, Rhode Island. We serve a true Rhode Island favorite, hot wieners, and we've been doing it since 1946.
Although you can go to your local grocery store for coffee syrup to make the coffee milk, you gotta go to Olneyville for the best hot wieners. Jay also introduced us to Dell's Frozen Lemonade, where they add a pretzel rod for a nice touch. For dinner, we stopped in Connecticut at Plan B Burger Bar with Dame Drops, who is well known for his food reviews on YouTube.
Now this burger's called the Double Dame, okay? You come over here to Plan B, regardless what location. You could be in Massachusetts, you could be out here in Connecticut, you're gonna see it on the menu. It might say double, it might say double D. At the end of the day, it's a Double Dame burger. Extra crispy bacon, 2 beef patties looking extra just handcrafted. See the bun? The bun is wants to bust out of my hand. The juices are coming down my finger right now. Get this up out of here. What is this? I don't even need that in my life. What I need is a real burger. And a real man handles a real burger. You better pay attention.
By just looking at the food, you could see why this is Dame Drop's favorite place. The food was absolutely remarkable.
Damn! Pay attention. The B cup's going down. Right here. Plan B, Glastonbury, Connecticut. Fix your face. Hostess, what are you doing? You're doing nothing right now. Damn!
And Rachel, one of the managers, had this to say about Plan B.
Plan B Burger Bar, good booze, great burgers, nobody beats our meat.
After Connecticut, we finally made our way to New York City, where we stayed near Central Park, which is huge. We walked over 40 blocks in the rain to try a variety of different pizzas. They all claim to be the original, they all claim to be the best.
Try our best pizza, the plain, the pepperoni, the buffalo chicken, whatever you like, anything. And Ray's Pizza is the best pizza in New York. Just
know that New York style pizza is thin crust, they're big, you get a variety of toppings, and it's very different than your traditional American slices of pizza. I know part of my mission was to find the best pizza in New York City. I can't. They all taste very similar. You're gonna have to judge for yourself. Just know that the pizza is very different, and I enjoyed it. Our next major stop was in Philadelphia to try the best Philly cheesesteaks around. If you want to eat indoors, you gotta go to Jim's Steaks. I went there last month with Prank vs. Prank and the Homeless Heroes. It's very good. If you want to eat outdoors somewhere very pretty, 24/7, you can go to Gino's. We went there with Ryan Abe, that happens to be his favorite place. Directly across the street is Pat's King of Steaks. They've been there since 1930. They are the originators. That happens to be Brian's favorite.
I'm a little salty about it, but it's his personal preference. I'm gonna go with mine and the city's preference of Gino's, but whatever. Not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. You got extra cheese.
No matter where you go, you gotta get it with whiz, and that's with onions and cheese whiz.
I don't approve of this.
Gino's, Pat's, or Jim's. Philly's best cheesesteaks. And our final stop before returning to Buffalo was at Nick Tahu Hots in Rochester, New York. It's a landmark restaurant famous for its garbage plate. You can have a variety of different meats on here. What I have is Italian sausage with cheese, a cheeseburger, and that is on top of home fries, macaroni salad, beans, and then we've got a meat-based hot sauce with onions on the top. I talked to the 3rd generation owner, and despite many regional variants all based on the same theme, Nick's is home with the original garbage plate since 1918.
Nick Tahu's helps by being a family place. When you come here, you become part of our family, not just a customer. The food, the value, and the friends. That's what we're all about.
Well, that's a wrap for my main mission for the Fiesta movement. I hope you learned a few culinary cliches along the way. I'm looking forward to June's mission, where the theme is fitness. I'll have a chance to lose all the weight I must have gained from eating so much food in May. For all the latest updates, be sure to check out fiestamovement.com and follow my every move. Thanks for watching.